manhunt is underway after a fatal shooting that took place near Humber College. 2 are dead and 7 arrested in the latest police action after Friday's terrorist attack. Russia intensifies airstrikes against the militant group ISIS after confirmation a bomb brought down passenger flight 9268. Hi, and welcome to Humber News. I'm Nicole Williams, coming to you from our newsroom here at Humber College North Campus. One person is dead after a shooting across the street from Humber College, and a police manhunt is underway for the gunman. Christina Romualdo has the details.
Started off as just another quiet Tuesday night, quickly turned into a violent one. Shortly before 8 p.m., police were called to Alba Place, just west of Highway 27 and Humber College Boulevard. According to Toronto police, several gunshots were fired and a man was found unresponsive at the scene.
When the officer arrived on scene, it appears that his vital signs were absent. EMS arrived and immediately rushed him to hospital, where he was then later pronounced.
The incident has local residents and students concerned.
I'm worried because to live in a neighborhood that like something like that could go on, it's not safe. I know it's not safe in any neighborhood, but like close to your doorsteps is really, really scary.
It was pretty scary. The police were really well at responding, and they came to us, reassured us it was going to be okay. So that was nice, but in the end, it was scary.
Later today, Humber College officials will be here at the Learning Resource Commons to address media and the community and update them on last night's events. Last night, college tweeted out that the incident was off campus and that police are investigating. They said that there is no immediate threat to the campus community. Toronto Police, in the meantime, are asking those with information to call Crime Stoppers, Toronto Homicide, or 23 Division. Christina Romualdo, Humber News.
Overseas, there are new developments in the police raids that took place earlier today in Paris. French prosecutors confirm Abdelhamid Abaoud, the suspected mastermind of Friday's attacks, was not among those killed in today's raids. 2 suspects were killed and 7 others have been taken into custody. The raid on an apartment started early Wednesday morning with rapid gunfire. During the siege, police say one woman's suicide bomber blew herself and another suspect was killed. 3 people were arrested in the apartment while 2 others were taken into custody nearby. Sources say the siege stopped a jihadist cell that had been planning an attack on the business district of Paris. News reports say police officers and a bystander were injured during the 7-hour raid. Officials say they had reason to believe Abaoud was at the apartment. French police are investigating a car that they believe might have been used in the Paris attacks on Friday. Police discovered the car on Tuesday in Paris's 18th district. The black car has a Belgian license plate and has been towed away for further investigations. This is the 3rd Belgian licensed car believed to have been used by the attackers. 2 Air France planes flying to Paris from the U.S. have now been cleared. The planes were diverted last night because of bomb threats. One landed in Salt Lake City. It's now taken off for Paris. The other landed in Halifax. It'll take off this evening. Police say no bombs were found. Montreal police have arrested a man in connection with a video threatening to kill Muslim people. The man in the video is wearing a Batman-themed Joker mask and threatens to kill 1 Arab per week in Quebec. The video was posted on YouTube earlier this week. It shows a man brandishing a pistol and expressing his frustration with Muslims and Arabs in Quebec. Overseas, security is tightening in Moscow in the wake of the Paris terrorist attacks. Added police and military forces have been positioned across the city to patrol busy public areas and guard entrances to metro stations and shopping malls. Entrance to Red Square was limited and pedestrians carrying bags or suitcases were stopped and searched. President Vladimir Putin has set up a commission to combat terrorism financing. Russian Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev spoke out against terrorism at the APEC summit going on in Manila. He says the recent terrorist attacks have affected the whole world and require a united global response. Meanwhile, Russia is vowing to intensify airstrikes against the militant group ISIS in Syria. This comes in response to Russia saying it's now clear that the plane crash was a terrorist attack. Dramatic new video from Russia today shows planes dropping bombs on a Syrian mountain range. The Islamic State's de facto capital of Raqqa has been under heavy attack from both Russian and French forces. Reports say close to 36 militants have been killed in the last 3 days from airstrikes and U.S. coalition-led raids. Protesters and police clashed in Athens during a march to commemorate a 1973 student uprising. Thousands of people took to the streets. Things spiraled out of control when some protesters attempted to throw weapons at police. They set garbage cans on fire and threw gasoline bombs. The march takes place every year as a protest against government policies. Here at home, at least 2 people are in hospital suffering smoke inhalation after 2-alarm fire at college in Lansdowne. Paramedics say 5 people were treated at the scene. The fire began around 5:30 this morning in a 3-story home and was put out around 6 a.m. Fire officials say it's not immediately known if the home had working fire alarms. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. And Toronto police have found what appears to be a heart outside of Ryerson University. Police say that the heart is too big to belong to a human. They say a groundskeeper found the heart outside of a school near Yonge Street this morning. Investigators say the heart may have fallen out of a garbage can as it was being emptied. Doctors have been called in to confirm what part and which species the heart comes from. When we come back, we'll tell you what's happening in the world of sports, and Morgan Gallagher will have our 3-day forecast.
The clouds have parted and the sun is shining. For now. I'll have your full 3-day forecast coming up after the break.
Toronto weather looks pretty nice when compared to what's going on south of the border. After storms swept through the United States, residents are feeling the pain. Winter came early this year as blizzards hit Colorado, Kansas, and Nebraska, adding a few tornadoes, and more than 100 flights were canceled yesterday. Authorities closed roads after heavy rain and strong winds triggered mudslides in Washington. 1 person is dead and more than 200,000 were left without power. The National Weather Service says portions of Louisiana, Arkansas, and Texas are at risk of flooding. Mexicans are getting carried up, and away with a sky-high festival. This was the scene of the 14th Annual International Hot Air Balloon Festival in central Mexico. The 4-day event features musical performances and hot air balloon rides. Some balloons carry advertisements or were designed to look like characters from popular TV shows and films. The festival has attracted more than 2 million visitors since its debut in 2002. The latest debate at the APEC Summit in Manila isn't just about trade and the economy. It's about which world leader is the hottest. Twitter's latest debate under the hashtag APEC Hottie has users fighting over 2 leaders at the meeting. Guess who? Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto. Twitter users say Trudeau is a Canadian bae and Peña Nieto is being labeled as a Mexican poppy. It's even made the front page of the Philippine Daily Inquirer with the headline that reads, "Girls only have eyes for Trudeau Nieto. Who's your APEC hottie?"